It was one of those gray mornings in early winter. The sky hung low, heavy with unspoken sadness, and the wind bit through the thin jacket of a man named Daniel. He was in his late 30s, tall but slightly hunched, not from age, but from the quiet weight of life pressing down. Daniel worked long hours as a janitor at a local train station and picked up odd handyman jobs on weekends. His shoes were worn, his hands calloused, and his wallet nearly always empty, yet he walked with a kind of silent dignity, the kind you only notice if you really look. That morning, as he swept the sidewalk outside the station, something unusual caught his eye. A black leather wallet, slightly scuffed at the edges, rested near a bench. No one else seemed to notice it. He looked around, no one in sight. Curious, he picked it up and opened it. Inside was a thick stack of cash, at least a few $1,000s, and several crisp credit cards. There was also a driver's license. Franklin Whitmore, it read. The picture showed an older man, stern but dignified, probably in his 70s. Daniel's fingers trembled. That kind of money could change everything for him. Rent was overdue. His daughter needed a winter coat. He hadn't eaten a proper meal in days. For a moment, Daniel just stood there, staring at the wallet. The temptation was loud. No one saw you pick it up. You could walk away. No one would know. But then he looked at the photo again, and saw something else tucked behind it. A small, worn picture of a smiling woman and a young boy. Handwritten on the back, always with you. Love, Ellen and Marcus. Daniel felt something stir in his chest. That photo reminded him of his own daughter. Of family. Of how fragile everything really is. He sighed, tucking the wallet safely into his jacket. Instead of pocketing the cash, he asked around, searched online, and eventually found an address listed under the name Franklin Whitmore. It was across town, in the nicer part. Tall gates, manicured lawns, houses that seemed to never feel the cold. Later that afternoon, Daniel stood at the doorstep of an imposing brick home, his breath fogging in the chilly air. He hesitated. He could still walk away. But he rang the bell. A moment later, the door opened. An older man stood there, Franklin, his posture straight but his eyes tired. "Can I help you?" he asked cautiously. Daniel held out the wallet. "Sir. I believe this belongs to you." There was a pause. A long one. Franklin blinked, slowly taking the wallet and flipping it open. When he saw the contents untouched, his lips parted slightly, but no words came. His hands trembled. "I found it near the train station," Daniel continued. "I didn't want you to lose the cash, or the photo." Franklin looked up at him, his eyes suddenly glassy. He stepped aside. "Please, come in." What followed was unexpected. They sat at the kitchen table, two strangers, generations apart, and talked. Franklin explained that the photo was of his late wife and son, both gone now, and that he carried it everywhere. Losing that wallet had shaken him more than he wanted to admit. He confessed something else, too, that no one had visited him in weeks. He had wealth, but no warmth. Daniel didn't ask for anything. He smiled, shook the man's hand, and was about to leave when Franklin stopped him. "What do you do, son?" he asked. "I clean, fix things, whatever I can find." Franklin nodded thoughtfully. "Do you have a dream?" Daniel chuckled softly. "Had one. Always wanted to open a small garage. Fix old cars. Maybe teach kids who didn't have anyone to show them." The older man smiled, the first real smile in days, maybe years. "Wait here." He returned with a leather folder. Inside were documents, property listings, business registrations, bank drafts. "I've had money sitting useless for too long. I want to invest in something honest." Someone honest. Daniel stared, speechless. "You brought back more than a wallet today," Franklin said gently. You brought back hope. Let me do the same for you. A few months later, on the corner of a quiet street, a small garage opened its doors. The sign above read, Daniel's Honest Repairs. Inside, you'd find Daniel in his coveralls, laughing with a teenage apprentice, grease on his hands and purpose in his eyes. Every Saturday, Franklin would stop by with coffee and warm conversation. 2 lives, forever changed, all because of one act of honesty. Kindness doesn't always come with cameras or crowds. Sometimes, it's just one choice, when no one's watching. And that choice can change everything. Have you ever witnessed or experienced an act of unexpected kindness? Share your story in the comments. Let's keep the spark alive.